Is it time to kiss digital coupons goodbye? So, hey, everybody, and welcome to Shopping with Shana. Today's article, I think many of you are going to find super interesting. This is from Coupons in the News, which is a whole website dedicated to different news articles of things that are going on with coupons specifically and shopping at stores. The one that I wanted to highlight today was from June 5th of 2025, and it's Kroger now provides paper versions of digital coupons. So this is something that they've been testing out in certain areas. If you are one of those areas, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And do you see the scan sheets, which I'll show you here in just a minute? And then what does this mean for digital couponing in general? How is this going to affect us all? We got to answer those questions or ask those questions at least. And let's jump into this. So do me a huge favor before you get going, hit that subscribe button, because not only do I do videos like this, but I do actual matchups for Kroger and including ad previews. So that way you know of all the best deals that you're able to grab. All right, we're going to scroll on down here to the picture. You'll see this scan sheet. This is what we're going to be talking about, and I kind of want you to get this in your head, what it looks like. This particular one is from, it says it begins 6/4. So this was at the beginning of the month. It goes through 6/10. So these were the weekly digitals that we had that particular week. And they're all listed out. They're really on nice paper, color coded there with all the color ink. I would think that they probably would pull that back to save some money, but you never know. And then at the second half of the sheet, or the back side of the sheet, because I believe it's one side, it's one sheet with two sides, they have a barcode there that you can scan at checkout, and it would apply all the coupons. It's going to go into a little bit more detail of how it does that through the article. And then any of the products that you purchased would be affected by that. So that is how they're making this work for the weekly digital deals. Of course, we do have some other questions about the other type of digital coupons, but let me get into the article and see if that answers any of those questions. All right, so the question they ask us is, have digital coupons somehow come full circle? Which it is kind of funny to think about this. Yes, we started out with paper coupons. We moved into this digital age and digital world, and now we're back to printing coupons and paper coupons and things like that because people really do want to hold on to paper. I'm personally one of those people that I don't care to read digital books. I want to read paper books. Like, I want to have it in my hand and read it. I don't know about you. I've read on the digital things, but it's just okay. I much prefer, because I like to, I don't know. I just like to have it in my hand. So same thing with maybe coupons and certain people. It has somewhat come full circle for sure. So our customers asked to make online coupons easier for them to use, and we listened. This is from a Kroger spokesman that said way back in 2010, as Kroger introduced its first digital coupon center. Okay. And I'm not really sure what they mean by first digital coupon center. Maybe this is like a place where they could go scan their coupons. I've never seen a digital coupon center in my store. So maybe this was just a recent thing in 2010. But now fast forward 15 years to 2025, and Kroger has made digital coupons even easier to use by printing them on paper. So they're no longer digital. There you go. After testing them in select stores, several Kroger divisions this week officially introduced weekly digital deal scan sheets. The single page and its double-sided sheets available in stores feature images of about 3 dozen digital coupon deals and a single barcode. I'm adding words in there. A cashier or a self-checkout user simply scans the barcode, and every applicable digital coupon on the page will be applied to your purchase. Okay. Now, I think it does get to this a little bit later, but my first thought with this was that what keeps you from just scanning this every time, right? And so then you can use it multiple times. So, but I do think they have a workaround on that. So a new process is being implemented in the Kroger divisions: Atlanta, Columbus, Michigan, Mid-Atlantic, and Delta, allowing customers to use scan sheets to access weekly digital deals, digital coupons. A memo to store associates reads: Kroger's weekly digital deals are advertised in each week's circular. They might appear to be sale prices, but they're really after coupon prices that must be loaded to your loyalty account by clipping them and activating the deals on the Kroger website or the app. Now, if you don't activate them or don't have the equipment or the proficiency to get online, you'll generally be stuck paying full price. This week's weekly digital deals offer a total of $67.19 in savings. Savings that elderly, low income, and other digitally disengaged shoppers have complained that they are missing out on. And so I do really understand this. I am someone that shops for my dad 100%. I'm the one that goes to the store. I'm the one that loads his coupons. I'm the one that buys his products, and I take care of all of it for him. But not everybody has someone like me that shops almost like does it for a living, and is able to find those best deals for him. And so also low income people, they should be able to still use coupons, digital coupons. Most people have cell phones, even in low income in America, maybe not everybody. But again, it's a matter of, do you know about it? Do you have access to it? Do you think about it? And then, of course, there's the digitally disengaged shoppers, which I would say is going to become less and less and less as we continue to move on. Kids today all know how to use computers. They all know how to use phones. They all know how to use apps. And so eventually, I think we're not going to have to worry about this anymore, because it's just going to, and actually, they're probably going to have to make laws about how to make these digitally accessible, because there'll be something new in 10, 15 years that we'll be using. We won't even be using our phones anymore. All right, so the new scan sheets represent the latest effort by a retailer to make their digital deals more accessible. Okay, before they're forced to. All right, that's a big thing. Now, I actually have a video that I put out a few months ago. I'll actually link at the very end of this video for you to watch, or I'll put it in the description box. If you want to stop here, go watch it and come back to this video. But it talks about how there are some places that they're trying to make digital coupons against the law. That's a little extreme in my thought. So maybe this is the way they're trying to work around it before they are forced to get rid of digital coupons. Ever since consumer groups began calling these digital only deals discriminatory to those without internet access or aptitude, and lawmakers in several states began proposing legislation to address the issue. Several grocery chains have come up with their own solution. So this is Kroger's solution, is these scan sheets. Stop and Shop very publicly installed in-store kiosks where shoppers without internet access at home can activate all the digital deals advertised in the weekly circular. Albertsons says many of its stores will apply digital deals at checkout upon request. Um, and I was thinking about this. We went to, I think it was Piggly Wiggly, and I could be wrong about this, in Florida when we went on vacation a few years ago. And you had to have the card in order to get the sales prices, just like Kroger. Like if you were to check out without putting your card number in, you wouldn't get the sales prices. You would get what the full price is, right? So this is the way that you can get that extra deal off, right? And I just said something to the lady at checkout, and and what they were used to it, because this was Orlando. A lot of people come in and they're not residents. There's no reason for them to get a card when they don't have that store in their local hometown. So you, upon request, they would come scan something and I'd get all the sale prices and that type of thing. So I think that's what we're looking at here for Albertsons. And then Kroger itself said shoppers could simply visit the customer service desk to receive digital deal prices advertised in the weekly circular. Now think about that. If every time you want us to grab one of those sales, you would have to go up to customer service and ask them to apply all the deals. Number one, they would have to know which deals and how much. You would have to be basically on top of it. And if you can't clip a digital coupon, how are you going to be on top of every single sale that's in the circular? Probably not. Okay. So that probably would be very difficult to do and to get all the savings that you were going to get. So the article continues on, says, but that apparently became somewhat cumbersome. Exactly. I think it would be very difficult, as shoppers would still need to have a loyalty account to get the deals, and a customer service representative would have to help them sign up if they hadn't already and load each individual deal to their account for them. Yeah, so that's how they would get around it. That would be a hot mess for sure. Okay. Then representatives for Kroger as has become typical for them lately, did not respond to numerous requests for comment, okay, about what prompted them to introduce the scan sheets. But the internal memo describes the scan sheets as a way to make the process easier for everyone involved. And it does sound like that would make that particular sale easier. This change impacts the customer and associate experience by simplifying the checkout process for customers who may or may not have who may not have previously downloaded digital coupons, to ensure that they are able to take advantage of weekly digital deals without the need for a point of sale price adjustment. The memo explains anyone using the scan sheet must have a loyalty account, and the barcode can only be scanned once per account. So that was my question I asked earlier, and I told you they were going to address it. I did read this article before I did the video, but so this addresses that issue. You can't keep going in there and scanning barcode every time. Now, I guess if you had other accounts, or you were using somebody else's account, or if you knew somebody else's phone number, I mean, there's probably ways around it that you could do it, just saying. Once scanned, all of the digital deals on the scan sheet will be loaded to the loyalty account and will be available throughout the week. Depending on the store, you should be able to find the scan sheets alongside the printed weekly ads or behind the customer service counter. All right, so that is another thing. Where are you going to be able to find these? Are customers going to know about them? So how are you going to advertise this to them so they know that they can pick this up? Now, if they're the kind of people that are already going to customer service and asking for the help, then that's going to be an easy fix. But if they're not going to ask for it. They're not going to know about it. So I think I'm going to take a look. I don't think that it's in my area just yet, as because the areas they said are there. So let me know in the comments if you happen to be one of those areas that has a scan sheet. But definitely go check next time you go into the store. When you walk in and you get your cart, there's usually the ad sitting there right before the door. See if they have these scan sheets next to them. I'd love to see if they were there, or the possibility is they're at customer service, which is going to be less likely people are going to go pick up these scan sheets. So I think this is maybe just a way to satisfy lawmakers than necessarily actually helping people. That's just my thought. Okay. All right. Now, it is important to note that the scan sheets don't grant anyone access to all of Kroger's digital coupons. And that was one of the questions that I was going to ask at the very end of this. What about the 5-time digital coupon sale? Yes, we're getting the weekly digitals, which is great because that's a good one. Usually those are some of the best deals that you're going to have at the store. But what about that, particularly the 5-time digital coupon sale? The whole thing is based off the digital coupons. Are you going to have scan sheets for that? And if you do, are all, however, 500 deals going to be downloaded into the person's account? That's crazy too. So that would be probably too much, especially since I think you can only hold 150 digital coupons in your account, unless that has changed, which it might have. You can only have 150 clipped at one time. Just saying. Okay. So Kroger currently has nearly 800 digital coupons and deals available online. And the scan sheets grant you access to only just a few dozen, the ones that are advertised in the weekly circular. And again, not even all of them, only the weekly digitals, not the 5-time digital coupon sale. That's a big thing to note. The rest do still need to be clipped and activated online. That's just fine with consumer advocates who just wanted to make sure that the digitally disconnected had access to the same advertised deals as everyone else. But many proposed state laws, including as currently written, now this is crazy, listen to this one, a San Diego city ordinance due to take effect next month, which would be in July, would mandate that all grocery stores make all digital coupons available to all shoppers at all times. So that's going to take away the whole idea of clipping the coupons individually, going through the ones that you want. It would seem that you would have to allow the person to clip all 800 digital coupons at one time, and they'd all be sitting in your account. So that would take away that 150 threshold for sure. Very interesting. I'd like to know more about that San Diego ordinance and how they're working around that, because that is going to be very difficult. Or are they just going to get rid of digital coupons? I mean, that's possible too. There's nothing like a threat of regulation to light a fire under those to be regulated and prompt them to come up with their own solution that doesn't require legislation. Kroger's initiative would appear to be in such an effort. Time will tell whether the effort is acceptable to shoppers and legislators, or whether with at least one law about to take effect and others still being discussed, the effort proves to be too little, too late. All right, so that's going to be my question to you. Do you think that this effort is going to be too little, too late? Do you think that these coupons will make do? Do you think it's not enough? They're not going far enough? What do you think is going to happen with this? I am very curious to see what's going to happen. Obviously, we're a very digital world, and it's hard to believe that the people struggle this much to where this kind of thing is needed. I don't know what the best answer is for this, because you also don't want poor people, and I don't mean poor people, but like people that have to stand there and go through a kiosk and clip individual coupons the whole time. That would take forever too. Nobody's going to do that. So what is the answer to this? I do not know, but I would love to hear your thoughts. So please leave your thoughts in the comments below. If I get enough, maybe we'll do a little video on your thoughts and your ideas and your comments about this particular one, because this one is definitely going to start affecting all of us. If you happen to be a store that has these scan sheets, I'd love to hear more from you. How's it working? Are people using them? What are your thoughts about them in this store? Let me know in the comments. Do you use them? I would love to know that. I was thinking about this. So I actually have two accounts that I work off of. One is my account that I use. It's for my household. And then I have my father's account because I do 100% of his shopping. And sometimes, because on my phone, I have my account, but I don't have his account. And so sometimes when I'm in store and I realize there's a digital coupon, I will do a separate transaction on my account because I don't know how to clip his coupon for his account. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I make it work when I'm in store. So maybe this way I could still do his account and just have a scan sheet, which could be beneficial. And I wouldn't have to worry about, did I miss a coupon? It would be loaded for me. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I do think that they do have an issue. If they're only going to do the weekly digitals, then they're still having the same problem. The 5-time digital coupon sale needs to be addressed, and needs to make sure that that's part of it. And then what about all just the manufacturer coupons and the other coupons that they offer? What about those? Like, how are we going to get those to everybody too? So good questions to be asked. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here so that you guys can leave your comments in the comments below, but definitely go watch the other video about it being starting to be illegal in certain places, or they're talking about making it illegal. And I know we were thinking about things in that, we were asking questions in that video that definitely also need to be addressed, because it looks like one way or another, Kroger and other stores are going to be forced to come up with something to fix this. So there you go. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you. If you like this video, make sure you do all the things. Give it a great big thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with those that maybe need the information. And I'll be back with you with more deals throughout the week later. And of course, stay tuned, because I like this little Saturday thing of doing an article. So we're going to keep it going through the summer. And if it works out, we'll keep doing it through the school year as well. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.